Hi there, so here are the stretches from the other day. We'll start with the psoas stretch. We'll do the banana shape first. If you're a little bit unsure on your balance, we'll also have a second one to do afterwards. So find your feet hip width apart. You're going to transfer the weight to your right leg, cross your left leg over, take your left arm up, and then as you breathe out, just lean over and you should feel the stretch through the front there. All right. Again, keeping the hips straight, so you're not swinging the hips out to the side, you're just stretching through the hip. Okay, and relax that down. We'll do the other side. So uncross your legs, cross the other way. Take the same arm up and gently lean over with the upper body, not swinging the hip out. Okay. Great. So that's that one. Then breathing out to come back up. So the other way to stretch a psoas is feet hip width apart. We'll start with the left side again. So breathing in. You're going to just take your torso away from your arm. So again, you feel that stretch through the front. Then when you feel you've got your balance, you're going to turn your head to look up at your hand. Again, you'll feel that stretch. And you might feel it now around by your sacrum, your sort of sacroiliac joint. Then as you breathe out, come back up. Lovely. Other side, bringing the arm up. Lean your torso away from your arm. Again, keeping those hips straight, the hips don't move. When you've got your balance, turn your head to look up at your hand. Great. Keep the core engaged. And as you breathe out, come back up. So they're really good if you've been traveling in the lorry, sitting at your computer, sitting on your horse, just to get those muscles stretched out, because they also connect into the lower back, or start from the lower back and connect into your leg bones, and then you can just get quite tight through there. Right, so the next one, the QL wall glide. So do this against your stable door or your lorry. So you're going to find actually, if I do it against a wall, you can see me. Okay, so you're going to have your shoulder to elbow against the wall. Your feet are kind of double feet width away from the wall. And then as you breathe out, you're just going to slide the hips underneath the wall. Breathing in to release and breathing out to slide underneath. And the stretch you'll be feeling in the back of the side that's pressing against the wall. Okay, again, that's really good if you've been sat in the car for a long time, sat on your horse for a long time, sat anywhere for a long time. We can get quite tight through the lower back. So do 8 one side, and then you're going to do the same, repeat it on the other side. So shoulder to elbow against the wall, feet away from the wall or the lorry or the stable door, sliding those hips underneath. So keeping those hips just sliding into the wall. So you're getting that stretch into that lower back. Okay. So again, do the same. Do 8 one side, then 8 the other. That's really a good start. Okay, where do we have this? Okay, then the next ones. Just to see where your strength is, you can turn your feet, your toes inwards, and then bend your knees and feel how compromised you might feel if you're internally rotating at the hips. Come back up, turn those feet out, and again, bend. And feel what muscles are having to work when your feet are out or your knees are out or off the saddle. Then come into your neutral. This is your strongest point. So your knees are underneath your hips and then bend. Now feel how strong you feel. So this is for the squat. You're taking your bottom back and not the knees forward. You're keeping your breastbone up. Creating space so that you can breathe. Take your breastbone away from your belly button to allow those arms just to hang down nice and steadily down by the sides. Your head will sit easily on top of your shoulders. If you're wearing a hat with a riding peak, you can see if that riding peak is level or dipped down. So then you can tell if you are dipping forwards or if you are looking straight. So you can always use the peak of your hat to see if your head is level or if we are slouching or rounding forwards, okay? So lift up through the breastbone and create that space between your breastbone and your belly button, or chest bone and your belly button. Allows you plenty of room to breathe through your ribs, and you can engage your core the whole time, just like Charlotte Dujardin and all the rest of them. We can do the same, just pulling that belly button a little bit away from the jumpers, and that will just give you that sort of feeling of a cummerbund around your waist, so you're supporting your lower back and your chest is up and away from your belly button, so you have room through your ribs to breathe. Okay, then the hamstring stretch. We've all got tight hamstrings. So again, if you stay feet hip width apart, just turn sideways, so it's just like a small step. You're going to keep the hips facing forward. You're going to bend your back knee, put your hands on your hips. We're going to hinge forward from the hips, keeping the chest up, and you'll feel that stretch already on that hamstring of the straight leg. Then just lengthen a bit through the calf. You can flex and plant your foot. Keep your breastbone up as if you're trying to get your breastbone over your knee, or your sternum over your knee. Once you've done one side, of course, bend the knees, come up and out, swivel around the other way. And again, keep yourself hip width apart, because if your feet are too close, you're going to lose your balance. Hips facing forwards, bend the back knee. And then you're going to hinge forward from the hips. Again, you're going to start feeling that stretch through the hamstring on the other side. And then when you're ready, keep your sternum up. You're going to flex and plant the foot. Gives you a little bit more stretch through those legs. But try not to round through your shoulders. Try and keep that chest elevated so your back is strong and straight, and you're just hinging off these hips. Okay? And you're keeping your shoulders wide, chest wide, shoulders drawn down the back so no one's hunching over here, okay? Keep yourself nice and elevated and open, like you want your horses to be. Okay, so the quad stretch, you need to hold on to a stable door or the lorry or somewhere just to strengthen and lengthen through those quads. You're going to take hold of one foot. Then the aim of this one is to try and get the knees fairly close to each other. Tuck your tailbone underneath. Soften the knee of the leg you're standing on. Focus on a point and just lengthen. You're lengthening through those thigh muscles, through those quads, just by tucking your tailbone underneath. Okay, do one side. Of course, do the other side. So just sit those knees together. And then to lengthen through the quads, tuck your tailbone underneath, and you'll feel that lengthening through those muscles. Lovely, and relax that down. Okay, good. Then for balance, if you want to see, I will do the neck actually. The arms, take the arm up, stretch up through the back of the arm. Again, keep your tailbone underneath, so you're not taking the arm up and the ribs start to flare and the back starts to arch. You want to keep these ribs down, take the arm up, keep those ribs down. Draw the shoulder blades down the back so you're not squashing through the neck. Keep the shoulder blades down, ribs down, tailbone tucked underneath, and you're just stretching out through that arm. If you've got the flexibility and you want to see how flexible you're getting, you can try and hold hands behind your back. And again, keep the tailbone tucked underneath so no one's sticking their bottom out. And you're just getting that stretch through the arms and the shoulders. So once you've done one side, of course, do the other side. Taking the arm up, keeping the feet down, ribs down. Again, don't let the ribs flare. Keep those ribs down. And try and keep the neck fairly free away from the arm. Again, check your flexibility. You can use a belt or a piece of rope or the lead rope to just see if you can hold your hands or get that extra bit of strength and space. But all of us have one side slightly tighter than the other. So just listen to your body and go with what you can do. Don't overdo it, all right? So relax that down. Then the neck, the head and the neck. So just gently take an ear to a shoulder. Try and watch that the opposite shoulder doesn't come up as you take that ear to shoulder. And breathe out, come up to the center. Again, do the other side, ear to shoulder, and just watch that opposite shoulder stays neutral. And come back up. Good. Then you're going to turn your head. Keep your chin in front of your collarbone. Dip your chin down and you'll get a slightly more stretch sort of to the side and over the top of the shoulder. Your upper trapezius. And breathe out, come back up. Gently look over, rotate your head to the other side. Keep the chin in front of the collarbone. Dip the chin down. And again, you're stretching the upper traps of the other side. Good, and come back up. Now, also a lot of us can get levator scapular tension, so I'll just give you that stretch as well while you're here. So I'll come a bit closer to the camera. You're going to put your hand just on top of that shoulder blade. Have the elbow up towards the ceiling. Then you're going to turn your head, keep it in front of the collarbone, dip your chin down, keeping this arm up towards the ceiling, then just rest your other hand on your head. And the levator scapula does what it says on the tin, it elevates the scapula. So if you're getting tight through that shoulder blade and up to your neck and into your head, that's a really good one to do. So do the other side. Again, put your hand on the top of your shoulder blade. You're going to turn your head away, keep your chin in front of your collarbone, look down, keep the opposite arm up, rest your hand on your head, and just feel that stretch. It's the muscle that has a little twist in it as it goes from the neck into the shoulder. All right, lovely. Have a super duper day and enjoy your ride, enjoy your horses, and hopefully see you next time.